We're here with Neil Everett, former ESPN anchor, current legend,
There you go.
friend
Okay,
of the Heisman.
I like that. I like that. That's nice.
You introduced the finalists on Friday night,
Yeah,
and you're going to be at the Heisman Legends brunch.
yeah. We're doing some introductions and some fun with the children that are in attendance.
Yeah.
A little trivia, give away some prizes.
Thoughts on the what was a very energetic ceremony last night?
Yeah, that was. I mean, that kid is Fernando Mendoza. I want to say it. I've been waiting to say it. Flipping Fernando Mendoza. I've just been waiting to say that. I mean, he's, he makes you re-examine your own self and go like, wow.
Yeah.
I might need to work on my game a little bit. If a young man that age is so buttoned up and really, I don't know him, and I don't know him well. Just I know what you folks out there have seen, but we saw him win the big 18 championship game, and then we saw him win the Heisman Trophy, and just his relationship with his mom just put a lump in my throat.
Mm-hmm.
What a great representative for Heisman. He seems to embody everything that Heisman looks to embody.
He seems really authentic and comfortable in his own skin, and I wonder, are people ready for that kind of thing? Because we, as to quote Jerry Maguire, we live in a cynical world, and I think people might be prone to be like, "Hey, that's corny," or "Who really believes that stuff?" But he seems like he really believes the stuff he believes in.
Well, and that's the cynic in all of us. But you hope you look at the Danny Werfels and the Tim Tebows, the Marcus Mariotas of the world, and realize no, these guys are really good guys. And that's not like anybody I named isn't, but there are true guys out there, and he appears to be one of them. And the thing about this gig is you end up meeting guys like Fernando Mendoza who beat the hell. Like I went to Oregon, he beat the hell out of us. So by law, I'm not supposed to like him. And but you end up meeting these kids and are adults, and you're like, what, I'm rooting for them from now on. And he's one of those guys.
I was going to ask you about that game up in Huston, which is it's not easy to win in Huston.
Yeah,
and it's like he has proven himself along with his team every step of the way. There's this reticence to fully buy in to programs like Indiana and Vanderbilt until they hit a few markers, and they won in Hudson, and they beat Ohio State, and they avoided the letdown upsets against Penn States and Iowa, and got through with flying colors. When you're watching that game against Oregon, what was your takeaway after watching Fernando play?
I underestimated Indiana, that's for sure. And then they did. The score wasn't indicative of how they beat up Oregon, and they're good. And that coach is he's got a little. He's an old school guy. He doesn't want the pats on the back or whatever. And you mentioned the Vanderbilt coach too. I mean, there's another guy that's like, wow, this guy is solid, and it's funny you bring a guy in, a program that hasn't been on the up, so to speak, and they're able to flip a switch, and same kids a lot of the time, just changing the environment. It's like you see a quarterback in the NFL go from what you see Daniel Jones does nothing with the Giants, then prior to the injury lights it up with Indianapolis. What's the difference? Well, it's got to be the people around him and the surroundings, So no, good. I became a fan of Mendoza's. Now I'm not going to be that fan of Indiana's if they end up playing Oregon again. But we'll see. Oregon's got some work to do before that.
It's funny on the Heisman weekend. I've typically noticed that players come and they're usually, most of them are pretty unpolished. And then by the end of the weekend, they go through the gauntlet. It's almost like the repetitions. By the end, by the time they get to the ceremony, they've got a little shine to them, and they've been through it enough. They have their stump speech down in a sense. They know where to hit the points. But Fernando came in; he was already well prepared, didn't have to do it. It seems to me like his future as a communicator is pretty bright. Is this the kind of guy when his playing career is over, you can see him going into any number of these fields. What do you think? What do you think he
Well, you know what it was, and I mentioned earlier, he's Tebow-esque.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just, you know, you can't help but root for him. You can't help but expect that good things are going to happen to him, and he's going to make good things happen around him. So he, you know, I mean, this guy, he went to Cal. Somebody told me he missed one question on the SAT. I misspelled my name on the SAT. You know, so
tough name. Is it 2 R's, 2 T's?
Right? Yeah. No, it was Neil. I screwed Neil up. I went NEAL. I had a brain fart. I'm like, oh my God, I'm an NEIL. Come on. Neil Diamond, Neil Armstrong, not NEAL. Yeah, I just, you know, listen, the world is his. You know, you tell the young people dream big. He's well on his way.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of this weekend?
Oh, God, it's just
like, what do you wish people knew about this weekend? Like, because it's a little kind of a scene up here, but it's cloistered.
You know what it is that the Heisman dudes are really good dudes. There's not a one of them is standoffish. They'll josh with you. You know, there's the reverence for the older guys. You know, I see Jim Plunkett, and I just, you know, I want to, you know, put him in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Just the guy, you know, these guys. It's the most exclusive club. We talked about this before. It's just like these guys are one of one, all of them, when it comes to the Heisman. So the most special part to me is that I get to live in their airspace for a few days, you know, and introduce them and have a drink with them and rub shoulders with them. And because I'm 63, I'm still a fan.
I'm still kind of scared of a few of them. Just I don't want to mess with them too much. Anyway, Neil Everett, thanks for being on the Heisman Trophy podcast. You've been on before. Thanks for being a friend, not only of the show, but of the Heisman. Have a great time at the Heisman Legends brunch today.
It's snowing. We're all going to go out and make snow angels.
I love it. Probably Fernando will be the first one to go out, too.
Yeah, he will be.
He would live in the moment.
This will be perfect.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Hello,